How do you read these, the NCP calling all the political parties and letting them to share in the change of the constitution and all the raised pending issues?
I do believe that there is a declared coordination and clear coordination between Maulana Muhammad al-Mirghani, the leader of Khatmiya sector and the leader of Unionist Party, with this government, with National Congress Party.
So you think it's a good positive step?
Yes, it is a positive step, and now Sadiq al-Mahdi joined this club of new North Sudan to make the new constitution. But some of leftists, they will try to make problems, because they think that their arch foe is the Islamist people, and they have to destroy them, before making any settlement with other political powers. In this step, their efforts is not going to be successful.
But you think this step is very positive, that
it is necessary, not just positive, it is necessary, It is very necessary for Northern people to make an agreement on a new constitution.
Okay, the National Congress Party declared that they will also form, a new government. Tell us about this thing. What do they mean by the new government, and it will really achieve stability and peace in the north, this new government?
A new cabinet, a new cabinet in states of North Sudan, and to involve political powers in the share of the power in Sudan. And also they call or they talk about the technocrats of Sudanese people, because now we are facing a financial crisis and we need technocrats to solve the problems of Sudan. And I think this new government is going to be established very soon.
Okay, Islamic law, by implementing, the Sharia of Islam as a law here in Sudan, some think that it will, achieve and it will be good locally and also internationally for the Sudanese. So what do you say about this thing? Could it really achieve, peace and stability, and it's good for people here in Sudan to implement the Sharia law, and it will not affect, by the way, my President al-Bashir yesterday, he said that our Sharia law also, it will not affect the non-Muslims. So tell us about what he said and about really implementing the Sharia law.
Sharia law and Islamic law.
By the way, some parties, they're against this thing. Even the political parties that you said about them.
They have the right to do so, and they have the right to express
themselves. And if they didn't do so, they're not opposition, people. Because it's normally opposition parties, and in a place
National Congress Party has to bear with these people, because this is a constitutional right to declare their right to be against Sharia law and to be secular people. I think this is not a problem. On the other side, if I talk about Sharia law, it depends on the kind of thoughts and concepts. This government, a National Congress Party, is representing the modernized Islamist. The modernized Islamist, the people who can solve problems of their countries using religious tools, but not to violate civil rights. This is my own idea about National Congress Party. Maybe it is a controversial matter. Maybe other people have another right. But I think Sharia law is a constitutional right in the Constitution of 2005, and even in Nivasha agreement, the partners of IGAD, all of them, they made their signatures on Nivasha agreement or comprehensive peace agreement, and this including the protocol of Mishakus. And in the protocol of Mishakus, it was put clearly that Sharia is the source of legislation in North Sudan.
Yes.
Even Colin Powell made his signature. even European countries, they made their signatures that, and they agree with Sharia law, and this adopted in the Council of National Security, International Security Council.
Yes. Behind any refusal, there is a reason. If you refuse something, it means that there is a reason because why you refused this thing. What is the reason of these parties refusing implementing the Sharia law from your own point of view?
It is an ideology. It is their own ideology.
Yeah, but when they fight, what is the reason you think? Because there's supposed to be a strong reason. If I'm refusing this thing, and I'll give my reason. This is the reason why I refuse this thing. So there is a reason for refusing. What do you think from your own point of view because they are refusing
they believe in secularism, and this is their right to believe in secularism and to express their belief. But I believe that this version of Islamic people now in Sudan, they are very modernized, and the international community really, if they lose those people, is going to suffer from terrorism, because one of the guarantees to stop terrorism is to deal with modernized Islamists, and this is I think this is acceptable even in the United States and even in Muslim world outreach. It is the strategy of the Department of State in the United States.
Okay, recently in Abyei also there were lots of clashes. Some clashes were there in Abyei. This issue always leads us to talk about the borders. So let us talk a little bit about the borders and what's happening nowadays, and what are you also expecting to happen in the coming days.
I think your question simplified the crisis. I can't talk about Abyei just some clashes. No.
Yes.
Abyei is a ticking bomb, and it's going to explode. The only solution for this problem in the hands of SPLM people, okay, to try to convince Denkanok not to lead South to war with Miseria. Northern people or Northern government is not going to fight against Southern people. And Miseria is not going to take permission from Khartoum to defend their rights. This is a very big problem. The core of this problem is that the Denkanok, which is the minority in Denka tribes, but they are majority in the circles of decision-making process in the cabinet and in the administrative bodies and military bodies of the government of South Sudan, so that they can lead South Sudan to war. Because the leaders from Denkanok they are governors in Juba. If they lose their area, that means they have no right to govern South. So that they are speaking their own ambitions,
okay,
not the ambitions of Southern Sudanese people.
Do you think Nevasha, succeeded in putting an end to the war between the North and the South, or it just, shifted the war and delayed it from North to South to South to South? Because even after it stopped really the war between the North and the South, but maybe another war will be between the Southerners themselves. So what do you think about Nevasha agreement till now?
Yes, I think my ideas about Abyei crisis is going to be negative if I talk positively about Nevasha.
Yes.
But I can talk about this and I can talk about this in the same time. Because also we have a solution for Abyei now, to be divided horizontally or to be divided vertically. Okay, this is Sambo and Biki solution for Abyei, so that Nevasha is a good agreement, and it's top word, even for me as a unionist. But this is the will and the desire of Southern Sudanese people. I have to respect their will and to accept the situation of the separation of Southern Sudan, and to call for new kind of normalization between North and South. Okay, I can talk about the labor rights for southern Sudanese people in
Okay,
north.
let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of Nivasha agreement. Yes. What do you think the advantage? What did we, you know, what is the advantage, the outcome, the positive outcomes of this agreement, and what are, you know, the negative outcomes? Do you think it had any disadvantages?
The positive of Nivasha is more than the negatives of Nivasha, because Nivasha stopped the war in Sudan. But the negative of Nivasha is that now you have expectations for new war in or new separation in south, and maybe new separation in north.
Yes.
And the international security is going to be affected by Nivasha, because many of minorities in third world countries is going to call for separation.
In 10 seconds, is there any message you want to, you know, send to the people of Sudan?
Yes, Sudanese people, for southern Sudanese people, they have to defend their rights for South-South dialogue.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
And this South-South dialogue to be successful and to solve the problem of South Sudan.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mekki Elmograbi, political analyst, for giving us from your time and coming here. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, dear viewers. With us today was Mr. Mekki Elmograbi, political analyst, and we discussed lots of pending issues and the future also of Sudan. Till I meet you again, goodbye.